To survive eBay, you gotta become eBay.
Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. Appreciate you dropping in. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like and a comment. Really appreciate it. So this is an update on stuff that I've been sourcing that you've seen in my videos that has been selling. This is what I've been selling on eBay. So this is me putting my money where my mouth is, showing you of all this junk that I pick up, which of it sells and for good money. So I'm taking the risk and doing the research. So essentially, when you're out in the field, you don't have to do it. You know, you can look at the items that I sold and for how much, and determine whether when you come across an item like that, if it's worth your time. So starting it off, I don't believe this is in one of my recent videos, but this is a pair of Sperry Topsiders boat shoes. Lots of pairs of these out there. They don't sell for good money, but a really clean pair, and usually they are really clean when you find them. Sells for something like this, 50 bucks, free shipping. I think I paid about $7 for them. Okay, we got this Dakine John, a little more information on it. Dakine John Florence Kainui surf leash. I picked this up for $3, I think, in Goodwill. In one of my videos, and sold pretty quickly for $25 free shipping. It was a first class ship, so a quick flip and easy ship, a nice little bit of profit on a $3 investment. This is kind of a no-brainer when you see a piece of sports gear like this that's never been used. Here's those Nerf guns I featured in one of my recent videos. I usually always pick up Nerf guns. I kind of overpaid for these Nerf guns. You know, I'm not seeing Nerf guns as much, so when I do see them, it's like I get that feeling that I want to get them, like a little kid feeling. So these, it was kind of a decent bread and butter sale, but it may not be for everybody, because you got to know a little bit about the blasters. You got to test them out, and they have to be working. You can, of course, take the ones that don't work and make a big lot and sell the non-working ones later, but of course that means storage. It's all depending on your perspective and if that's something you want to do. Here's those Reebok CrossFit 5 Nano Kevlar women's athletic shoes, CrossFit shoes. I think I took a best offer for $30 on these. Paid about $7. Again, a nice little bread and butter sale. These were already pretty clean, so I didn't have to do much to them. Here's one I picked up at Goodwill. I don't think I've showed it in a video. I paid about $3 for this. Skybound exclusive, 2013. Walking Dead, the Governor character. Figure. The box is kind of beat up on it. The blister and the back card is bent a little bit. But I ended up taking a best offer. I thought I was going to end up getting like $30 or more for this. Looking it up, but I think maybe because of the condition of the card, I ended up taking a best offer for $21. But still, this is a first class ship. You know, easy ship. It didn't sell super quick. Maybe took me a month to sell it, but that's okay. It was not taking up much space, and I made a pretty decent profit in the end. Here's that Columbia Sportswear zip fleece that I featured in that yard sale haul video where I picked up everything for 30 bucks. This is one of the items that sold pretty much immediately. $34.99 free shipping. I used priority mail. It was the cheapest, so it cost me about $7-8 to ship, I believe. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, a Columbia fleece with new with tags. You know, obviously you're going to pick that up if the price is right. From the same $30 yard sale lot, here's those two matching pairs of woodland blouses. Woodland blouses and trouser sets, size medium short. Two sets. The same person bought both of them, so I have a little discount if you buy more than one item setup. Since they bought them both, they paid about 75 bucks basically, free shipping. So yeah, not bad. Making my money back and into some decent profits from that $30 lot. From that same lot again, I sold that unopened pack of boxer briefs for $11.99, free shipping, first class ship, quick flip and easy ship. Then again from the same lot was those two pairs of Levi's 501s. I think I took a best offer for $30 on these. Free shipping, shipped them together, racking up the profits from that one lot. I like to sell jeans when there are two pairs that are exactly the same, and the measurements turned out to be close enough to be the same, so it was a nice little sale. Here's one, a little bit of an educational piece for us. So Lucent phones, there's the brand Lucent, are generally speaking network phones that are for businesses, where, you know, the business has all the phones that are linked, and there's like a base controller station that controls the network and everything. So in the past, I've had really good success with these Lucent network phones. However, this one I didn't, because there's a few reasons why, and I'll get into that. So first reason is I think it's the older style phone. It's like the old, it's not a rotary phone, obviously. It's still got digital keys, but it's that old model style of phone. So I don't think these are as popular when you're talking about a network phone, because obviously businesses aren't going to be probably getting that for their business anymore. And secondly, I only had one. I've had really good success in the past with the network phones. You'll go in the thrift store, and clearly all these phones came from one business, and the thrift store don't care about them. They treat them just like any other phone, $2.99 a piece. And there's power in numbers when you find these phones, because there's people whose whole eBay business is that they refurbish these network phones and sell them. You know, they'll sell one single unit for $45-50 a piece. So if you can get a lot of 6 of these network phones and lot them together, you can make a $70-80 sale with paying, very little investment. This one, keep in mind, unless there's a big fleet of them that you can buy for really cheap, I would probably avoid this particular style of network phone. But the more modernized digital, with the display window on them and everything, the Avaya Lucent, I think is what they're called. Those models sell really well. You get a bunch of those, and the thrift store, you're actually probably doing them a favor, because realistically, no customer besides a reseller is probably going to buy them, because they actually, you can't plug this in at your home and it work. It has to be on the network. So just a little bit of a bolo there. Be on the lookout for network phones, but this old style did not do me very well. Only ended up, I had it forever, and I finally sold it for $20 free shipping. So kind of like recouped my money. Basically, I may have made a buck or two, but that's not worth it to me. But the experience is worth it. Yet again, from that same yard sale lot, Harry Potter books, number 1 through 3. The third one, I did a little research in these books, because I started looking up Harry Potter books, and people are going after first printings of the books. So I learned that there's first edition and first printing. So there's first edition really doesn't mean anything. It's the first printing that you're looking for. Unfortunately, I did have one first printing, but it was the third one, which is basically not worth a whole lot, because there was, even in the first printing, there was hundreds of thousands, or if not, or probably more, a couple million, printed in the first printing, because at that time, Harry Potter was popping off. If you can find a first printing of one of the first two, then that's where you're in business with making some really serious cash off of just one book. I might make a video on how to identify those, because I actually went down a little rabbit hole of researching these Harry Potter books and how to identify first printings. But somebody overseas bought these from me for, ended up paying $21 free shipping, which is fine. Again, this was all in that $30 lot. It shipped media mail, so I still made a good $10 bill off of this sale. Here's one of my remotes that sold. I pick up these all the time at the thrift store for 99 cents or less, and sometimes they sell like this, $11.99 free shipping, and occasionally, more often than not, you'll get one that sells for $20, $30. Usually 30 is around the max. 30, in between 30 and 40 is like a high-end remote for the most part, but for such a low investment and for such an easy ship and easy listing item, it's fun and interesting to get into remotes, to me. And here's another one. So nothing spectacular, but it took me like, I have 5 minutes invested in this item and made a nice little $8.99 sale. Here's the last of my ResMed S8 travel bags that I've had for quite a while, but it ended up being a really profitable investment because I was popping them off for $30 free shipping a piece. I'm about $3 into each of them. These were brand new, and they were all matching the same exact identical bag that was in the thrift store. And I made a deal with the manager of the thrift store and ended up picking them up because they were trying to sell them for like $15 a piece. I ended up getting them down to like $3 a piece because I basically got a hookup. So I had maybe like around 20-ish of these, and I just been selling them slowly over the last probably like year and a half, and finally sold them all for good cash. So keep in mind these medical bags. You see it says ResMed. This is like an old photograph. It doesn't look that great with a lower quality camera that I use now. So the ResMed, they make like respirators, the CPAP machines that are for people to be able to travel and have their respiration devices. So certain models have certain carry bags that go with them. So people are looking for these. So you get in it for a buck or two on these things. You can make a nice little $30 sale. Here's one that I picked up at. I picked these up at the thrift store, not in a video, but actually I picked them up to see if they fit me. They were a little bit too small for me, unfortunately, because they're really nice. But it's a brand that I just learned about, Cinch. It's the first time I've sold this brand. The Cinch jeans have this little cinch thing on the back pocket, and they kind of mimic the Lucky brand in the fact they got a little slogan there on the inside of the zipper, and then they usually have some kind of tag there on the fifth pocket. So here's one of the pairs, and then let's look at the other one. Where is it? Let's go through the pictures here. Oh yeah, here's the other pair. It's got the same kind of deal. A little bit similar, but kind of the same. So these jeans is one I'm going to be on the lookout. I don't see these very often, but yeah, I sold these. Somebody was trying to make a deal with me, but while that person was dealing with me, somebody went in and bought them outright. So 2 pairs of jeans for $45 free shipping. I was in these only. These had actually went to half off, so that means that they sat in the store long enough to where the tag color expired and went to a half off price. And so nobody even identified these and picked them up. And the size seems like it'd be one that people would be getting 36. So it was pretty cool, and I learned something new about this brand. This is definitely a brand I think is worth flipping. It seems that nobody recognizes that it's a good one. So recently, in the thrift store, I found a bag of a bunch of little like calculators and stuff like this. The bag was $1.99 for everything in it, and here is one of the items. This used to be a big seller back in the day, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago on eBay, was these handheld pocket games like solitaire, poker and all that stuff. You just don't see them much anymore though in the thrift store, but apparently they still sell for decent enough cash because, again, I paid $1.99 for the whole bag, and this just one item sold for $15 free shipping, and it sold fairly quickly. I think smartphones kind of have making these things take a hit, and of course, the fact that you just don't see them anymore. I think the reason why you don't see them anymore is because obviously new ones aren't getting made very much anymore because of the smartphone. So yeah, Rec Zone Pocket Solitaire sold for $15 free shipping. Doesn't get any quicker and easier than that. So here are those Sassoni Politics Courageous Battle of New Orleans sneakers that I was showing you on one of my videos recently. Turns out I did hit a home run on these. There's the flags in there. So obviously be on the lookout for these, but I doubt you'll come across them too often. But yeah, somebody paid $119.99 free shipping for these. So I'll take that all day. Oh yeah, by the way, I paid I think $7 or $8 for them at Goodwill. All right, so again from the $30 lot, here's those Oakleys that were in there. $42.50 free shipping is the best offer I took on these. So yeah, I mean, obviously if you can pick up a pair of real Oakleys for a couple bucks, you're gonna get them. As far as, you know, how much would you invest in something like this? Maybe if you can get them for $10 or less. You know, I kind of had it easy because I got all the stuff in that whole $30 lot, so you know, I didn't really, it was kind of like I didn't have to think about it. But that's why we do it. You know, we go and we thrift and we hustle items, and then eventually we get these little mini jackpots that gives us a lot of these little, you know, mini home runs and everything, and makes it really fun and makes it worth it. All right, quite a while ago I showed a video with where I picked up this Laserdisc unit. It's a Pioneer CLD 990. So I just the other day went to the thrift store and got a big lot of Laserdiscs, so I have something to test it with. I have some pretty good Laserdiscs. 3 of them that I lotted here were 3 Harrison Ford ones, the 2 Indiana Jones movies, and The Fugitive. Got The Fugitive there, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Temple of Doom. So, ended up selling this for the full price I was asking and calculated shipping. I think their shipping cost them like $40 basically. So yeah, it worked out. I was able to test this thing out, and everything seemed to work great. Even the memory feature still works, where if you power off the system, it still remembers where you were last playing the Laserdisc. So seems like a really nice unit. No remote, but it's still sold. I threw a couple, you know, the Laserdiscs in there to try to make it more appetizing, and it sold pretty quick. I might have been a little bit low on the price, but I was only in $5 for the unit and a couple bucks for the Laserdiscs. So yeah, as long as everything goes good with this one, which, I mean, something essentially, we're not completely out of it yet, because an item like this, you got to pack really well, and I'll be nervous, you know, shipping it basically. But if everything goes well with that, nice sale. All right, from that one bag I was talking about that I sold the solitaire game from, the $1.99 calculator bag. Here's another item that sold. It was a Canon LS100TS portable financial calculator. So just making that $2 bag and converting it into some cash, $10 free shipping. And I've still got a Texas Instrument calculator I have listed from it, and then one other game. And there was a couple of the calculators were like those, the freebie, the throwaway, you know, the real cheap calculators that you wouldn't sell, generally speaking. All right, last but not least, recently in one yard sale, I don't think I showed this stuff, but I bought a couple board games. One of them was this Monopoly Mega Edition. I started looking at the pieces, and I realized that some of the title deed cards for the game are missing. Pretty much has everything but some of those little game cards in it. So I said, what would happen if I start piecing this thing out? So I pieced out the board by itself as a replacement board, and then the little pewter, or I think they're pewter. Anyways, the game character figure, you know, the players' figures. I made a separate item listing on those, and I made a separate listing on the houses and hotels. And this Mega Edition has like some skyscraper-looking buildings that go in there too. And this Mega Edition even has a special dice piece. So I took all the dice and made a listing. I took the houses and hotels and made a listing. I took the player figures and made a listing, and then I took this game board and made a listing. And this game board sold. I listed this game board last night, and it sold today for $15 free shipping. So yeah, me personally, I don't understand the mentality of buying a replacement piece. I mean, it seems like it's not too much more money just to go ahead and buy a whole brand new set. So I don't know, people are like that though. So the good thing for us resellers is, you buy a Monopoly game, you don't have to sit there and count the pieces. You can just kind of, if you take a quick once over, and it seems like most everything is there, then, worst case scenario, you can do something like this if it turns out you don't have a complete set. So that's what I'm going to show for now, getting us caught up on some of the items I sold. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And together, let's make some quick flips and easy ships on eBay, and have a good one.